Alright, what's up YouTube? It's Liam from the Tiki Gecko, and today I had a few requests to make this video, and it's going to be on all of my Kenyan Sand boas and a little bit of an update on each one of them and how they're doing. So, yeah, let's get into these Kenyans. This girl you see at the bottom here is my stripe female that is het for Anery, and I purchased her about 2.5 months ago, and she hasn't fed for me yet, but I'm thinking she's feeding on live because I only feed frozen thawed, and she has not grabbed any mice from me yet, and it's kind of annoying, but you know, it happens. You just gotta deal with it. But this male you see going right underneath her is my male Anery, and they will be a future pair to produce Anery stripes. Another thing about the stripe is, if you didn't already know, the stripe isn't just a pure Kenyan Sand boa, it's a mix, it's a cross between a Kenyan and a Rufescens Sand boa, which is basically like a patternless all brown snake, very similar to the Kenyan Sand boa, and they tend to stay a little bit smaller, so the breeding weight for stripes are just a bit lower for females. A lot of people still like to stay at the normal range of a Kenyan Sand boa though. And this guy right here in the middle is my het paradox albino male. I originally had bought him intending for him to be a female, but the guy who I bought him from, really, I don't really know if he knew his stuff as well, but it was kind of like an impulse buy because I really liked him, and he's also a tiger, so if I do end up buying a female to pair him up with, it'd be kind of cool to get some tiger paradox albinos. And the girl on the bottom here is, I bought her also as a tiger, and she's also het Anery to go with the Anery male over there. Other things about them, I only feed frozen thawed. I already said that. I've had this female down here for about 3.5 months, and the stripe for 2.5 months. I've had the male for like 6 months now, and then the het albino male on top of the Anery for about 2 months. But yeah, the female up here is a really good eater, same with the Anery, but the het albino and the stripe are kind of picky eaters when it comes to frozen thawed. But you can kind of see the contrast of the different oranges between the one on the bottom left of the screen, which is the male, and the female on the top of the screen. That's what I really like about Kenyans, because the normals are, the color range for just a normal is pretty wide, from really light shades to almost a yellow to a really dark orange to even like a brownish color, which is really interesting to me at least. And Anerys, they pretty much stay the same with a normal Anery, just the black and white, just the pattern kind of changes up. You can also get different like shades of like the whites and the grays and blacks and stuff, but in the stripe, Morph of Kenyan Sand boa differs a lot, because you can get a really broken up stripe to even like a granite pattern to a really refined thin stripe, or just like meet it in the middle with just like a nice thick perfect stripe down the back, which is really cool too. Overall, I really like these guys, and yeah, I would really recommend them to beginners or even advanced reptile keepers / enthusiasts that are looking to start breeding a reptile, because that they are actually very easy to keep, and they're not bad to handle. Their feeding habits are generally pretty good, and they don't get too big either, so you don't need a lot of room for them. So this is basically just an update on my Kenyans. They're all doing pretty good. And next Sunday is the Western New York Reptile Show, and I plan to be getting more of these, or possibly more crested geckos. So yeah, just watch out for that, and comment, rate, subscribe, and thanks for watching.